My main channel is one of the absolute oldest channels on YouTube. I am one of the first people to have made an account. YouTube was founded in 2006 and I joined on May 15th, 2007. I was 13 when I first joined, and it's very interesting to be able to see how I've grown and matured. However, I look back at my first videos and can remember how much fun I had making them. These videos outright suck. They're poorly made, and yet I enjoyed making them much more than anything I've made in recent time. What's happened? How could making terrible videos be more enjoyable than making well-made, well-thought-out ones? The answer is simple. I'm afraid to experiment now. When I was younger, I didn't care about my image. I made these videos for fun. Eventually, I decided I wanted to make videos for a living. When I made this decision, the experimenting stopped and the series production began. Personally, I really hate abstract and experimental art. When I've been forced to go to the Museum of Modern Art for school, I cringe during my entire time there. I just cannot stand how poor, lazy art is praised for being magnificent. The art is shit, and the artists there know it. They are lazy and put no effort into their work. They try to trick people into thinking that their work is too complicated for the average person to understand. Truth of the matter is, they don't understand their own works because there's not really anything to understand. Having said that, I think that experimental art is very important for all artists to do. What I have a problem with is people making these experiments out to be more than they actually are. They are nothing more than experiments. It really irks me when people act like they are finished products. Experimental art should be the first step in a project, not the last. Experimental art allows for artists to explore new directions and take risks without having to worry. Artists that only do experimental art aren't artists. They don't apply what they've learned because they don't have anything to apply it to. They haven't learned anything. They weren't really experimenting. I want to do some actual experimenting, to make art that isn't well made in order to explore and discover new territory. That's why I have my Metal Penguin channel in the first place. It's something I've wanted to do since 2011. 4 years later, I've gotten the balls to do so. The first direction I'd like to explore is documenting. I've become very dissatisfied with my life. Not to say that I'm unhappy, far from it. I'm just incredibly bored. It's like having a really good meal, but having the same exact meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. I'm not sad. I wouldn't even say I'm neutral. I am happy, but only slightly. My happiness comes from the colorful people in my life that I love and adore. But I love them. I don't love myself. Well, not fully at least. Life is passing me by quickly. Life seems to have accelerated rapidly once I finished high school. I remember thinking high school took forever, and I even graduated a year and a half early. All of high school was only 2.5 years of my life. Since then, I've gone to college and I'm already on my 4th year. I hardly remember it happening. It's whizzed by so quickly, and I don't like this. I want to begin documenting my life, but not how most people do it. I absolutely hate bloggers. I find them, for the most part, to be very self-centered, attention-whoring drama queens. I want to document my life in the way a young man named Dyer does. Most people know him on YouTube as 3 Clicks Phillip. Before watching his videos, I thought that people who posted their personal details online were ill-confident people who were turning to the internet for therapy. Dyer, however, documents his life in a very professional and even enjoyable way. His methodology of thought is, as far as I can tell, almost identical to mine. He breaks everything going on around him in an analytical, mathematical, and scientific way. His videos, despite being personal and even emotional, are very entertaining. How? What's his secret? How does he not come off as being an attention-whoring drama queen? It's because his videos are education. They aren't just fluff filled with random insignificant bullshit. He doesn't talk about what he's had for breakfast, instead he talks about what he's learned in his life. His videos are never in the present tense. They're always analytical about the past and discuss predictions about the future. They all have something worthwhile in them. A lesson. This is what I hope to achieve with this channel. A place to freely experiment without fear of failure. A way of creating a healthy workflow that leads to content being produced on my main channel. To be able to document my life in an engaging and even educational way. To provide lessons for others to learn, and to give myself reminders for when I've forgotten what I've learned. This is a Metal Penguin, and I hope you enjoy your stay.